Nirvana is not the product of the thinking process. Thoughts are made of mental forms, forms created by the mind. But real nirvana is not a mental formation. Though one can form an idea, a concept, an image of nirvana by thinking of it, by listening to description of it, or by reading literature on it, one can create an image of nirvana. Image is only reflection. For example, we can get our own image reflected in a mirror. But that is not our real self, though it really looks like ourselves. It is only an illusion, a mirage, a visual formation, which is apparently real but actually not real. Thus, what we think of nirvana can form a mental concept which is really not nirvana. In fact, even the Buddha has mentioned that the real nirvana cannot be an idea of the mind, cannot be think of, cannot be an object of the mind. That is the meaning of the Pali terms in the Buddha language, atakkavachara. You can't think of nirvana. Animitta, it is not an object of the mind, not an object of the thinking process. Though we can have, as I mentioned earlier, an idea, a mental concept, a mental formation of nirvana, which is only reflection of our own experiences that we may have even through meditation, thinking, reading, listening, and so on. Rationalization, we can rationalize nirvana, but that is not the real nirvana. It means nirvana is beyond the mind. What we call mind is a set of thoughts, mental concepts. What we call mind is our thinking process. Nirvana get dawn after the cessation of the thinking process. It is there eternally, without any birth, without any decay, without any death, in the basis of our own mind, which is boundless, not the limited mind of thinking, not the limited mind of our memories, made up out of our memories. Our memories are limited. Our thinking capacity is limited. But nirvana is a non-limited phenomenon. It is beyond both time and space. Things material are four-dimensional. Space dimensions, length, breadth and height, that can be measured horizontally, vertically, forward and backward. But there is no such formation in nirvana. In fact, in the Kevada Sutta, Buddha clearly expressed the nature of nirvana, the real aspects of nirvana. You get that discourse in the volume 1 of the Digha Nikaya of the Buddha Jayanti Tripitaka at page 484, and the description about Nirvana is given at page 538 that I mentioned earlier, that Nirvana, in Nirvana there is nothing material, no material formation, no mental formations, free from both Nama and Rupa, as Buddha said. Namancha Rupancha Asesang Parujyati. That means Nirvana can be realized at the end of both the mind and the body. That means it is beyond the body. Although it is beyond the body, Buddha has mentioned the effect of Nirvana can be experienced by the body, not by the mind as an idea, but a substantial experience of the bliss of Nirvana. He has mentioned that in 3 consecutive discourses that you get in the Anguttara Nikaya, volume 5 in the Buddha Jayanti Tripitaka, from page 536 to 540. There is Kaya Sakti Sutta, Panya Vimutti Sutta, and Bhutto Bhaga Sutta. In all this, it says, Nirvana can be experienced by the body. Kayana Pasitva Virati, the words used by the Buddha. In another discourse called Dhatu Sutta, about the real Nirvana, that you get in the Khuddaka Nikaya, volume 1, page 578. Kayana amatan dhatum pasitva. That means the effect of Nirvana can be felt in the body. There is evidence that the realization of Nirvana, though it is beyond the mind and the body, has an effect in the body. The last 5 enlightened beings that passed away in Thailand were cremated, and their ashes ultimately turned into gems, pearls, crystals, and so on, diamonds and so on. You get the passing away of Man Buridatta in 1949, and his life story, and even in the internet you get the remnants, the relics of Reverend Ajahn Man Buridatta have turned into gems. Then you get Kayo Analo, the Reverend Enlightened One, who passed away in 1983. Very well illustrated gems are found in the life story book of life story biography, as well as in the internet. Thereafter, there is a lady called Mayechi Kaya who got enlightened, not as a monk, but as a layman, and her relic too has turned into pearls, gems, etc. The last Arahant was Mahabhuva Jnana Sampanno, who passed away in 2011, and internet shows the ashes of Mahabhuva Arahant have turned into gems, pearls, etc. That means, that shows the bliss of Nirvana can have an effect in the physical body. Or even though it is not a physical phenomenon, bodily phenomenon. Nirvana, the real Nirvana, as I mentioned earlier in Kevada Sutta, is beyond all physical or material dimensions, material aspects, free from all dimensions, beyond time and space. Even in Kevada Sutta, Nirvana is referred as Anantam, means beyond space, no limitation in space. And very often it is referred to as Akaliko, timeless, beyond time dimensions. Because Nirvana is neither born nor decay in Nirvana, and there is no death of Nirvana. That means it is an eternal phenomenon beyond time and space. Our mind, what we call mind, is our thinking process, is limited, its capacity. With a limited mind, there is no possibility of grasping what the real Nirvana. It is beyond the thinking process. Even in the first paean of joy, Buddha said, at enlightenment, the thinking process came to an end, ceased. Visankara gatan chittam, no formation of thoughts. Because enlightenment means the absence of likes, dislikes and ignorance. Referred in Pali as lobha, raga, dosa, moha. Raga is attachment of things that we like. Dosa is resentment of things that we like. Moha means ignorance of the reality of things. Enlightenment means realizing the reality of things. The light means wisdom, the knowledge, the ability to see. That means enlightenment means a disappearance of darkness. Darkness is compared to ignorance, beyond ignorance. But it is not a mental phenomenon. It is free of all mental phenomena. In sutta called Anupubba Nibbana Sutta, where it can be realized step by step, from trance to trance, from step to step on the path to Nirvana, it is the absence of anything to feel about that becomes the bliss of Nirvana. Nothing to feel, nothing to enjoy. The absence of anything to enjoy or to worry about it, free from both pleasant and unpleasant experience, is itself the bliss of Nirvana. In the Nibbana Sukha Sutta that you get in the Anguttara Nikaya volume 5 at page 476, it is said, Avsu Sukham Yadetta Natti Vedaita. Nirvana is a bliss because there is nothing to enjoy in Nirvana. Ittadeva kotta avsu sukham yadetta natti vedaita. The absence of any experiences for our emotions, for our liking and disliking. Because Nirvana is the extinction of liking and disliking. We like things that are pleasant, we dislike things that are unpleasant. But there is awareness of both, but it's pleasant and unpleasant, but without the discrimination of feelings with regard to things. Just becoming aware, yatha bhuta jnana dasana, seeing things as they are, whether good or bad, short or small, one can see things as they are. Therefore, Nirvana is seeing things as they are. In thinking, we have a concept formation, we get ideas, we think of things with the help of our past experiences, retained as our memory. Nirvana is not a product of memory, not a product of thinking, not a product of feeling, not a product of the mental experiences. It is beyond experiencing. To experience, there must be experiencer, one who experiences. But Nirvana means the complete absence of a soul, a self. It is beyond self, anatta, selfless. Therefore, there is nobody to enjoy Nirvana. That is why Reverend Buddha said, Atti Nibbhuti na Nibbhuto. There is really a Nirvana, a bliss of Nirvana, but there is nobody who has attained Nirvana in Nirvana. The self gets extinct. Self is the sum total of our mind, the content of the mind. We have a concept of ourselves on the basis of our memories, the data retained in our brain. But Nirvana is not a part of that content. It is beyond that content. It is beyond the memories we have gathered through sensory experiences. All sensory experiences are illusions, not realities. Nirvana is supposed to be the ultimate reality of things. What is the ultimate reality? Whatever that is apparent in the universe are only illusions. They are apparent. They are born to decay and die. They have no basic substance in all material things. But although the physical or material manifestations have forms that can be grasped by our sense organs, Nirvana has no such form. It is a formless state. And therefore it is referred to as sunyata, meaning emptiness, void. Nirvana is void of both mental and physical forms. That is why it can be said beyond both the mind and the body, although the body may have the experiences, not a person. The effect of Nirvana is to be found in the body. That is why Buddha said in the Vakkali Sutta that whoever sees Nirvana sees the Buddha, and whoever sees the Buddha sees Nirvana. That you get in the Samyutta Nikaya, volume 3, at page 206. Yo dhammam passati so mam passati, yo mam passati so dhammam passati. Seeing the image of Buddha means seeing the Nirvana. Seeing Nirvana means seeing the image of the Buddha. Although I use the word image, they are not images. Images have limits, limitations, boundaries. But Nirvana is boundless, both in time and space. It is a bliss beyond both the mind and the body. Though it may have its effect in both the mind and the body. Effect on the body means effect on the mind because they are interrelated. Where there is a body, there is a mind, and where there is a mind, there is a body. Not a living body, I refer to. Where there is a living body, there is an active mind. And where there is an active mind, there is a living body. Maybe subtle or maybe gross. But the mind is contained by some kind of physical phenomenon or phenomena. Though they are interrelated, though they have the effect of the bliss of enlightenment, it is beyond both the mind and the body. as mentioned in the Kevada Sutta I mentioned. But it can be realized. Understood means we can understand Nirvana as an idea, but we can realize it as an idea. Ideas, when there is an idea, there is the idea as a separate entity, and the person who understands it as a separate entity. As mentioned in the Vakkala Sutra, there is no duality. It's in realizing Nirvana, there is a non-duality. The realizer and the Nirvana become one with the other. With the disappearance of both, the person realizing Nirvana and the Nirvana, one becoming the other, one becoming one with the other. In that, there is no duality for one to understand or realize Nirvana as a separate entity. It means we are Nirvana. Our original nature, our intrinsic nature is in Nirvana. More means the ignorance of that fact. Realization of Nirvana is becoming our own original form, although I use it for expression purpose. Nirvana has no form, it is formless, both mental forms and physical forms, beyond both mind and matter, and it is an extraordinary phenomenon.